Every year, the world spends over $1 billion on red pepper powder, and demand is still climbing. From street food stalls in Asia to home kitchens in Europe, this fiery staple is part of daily life for millions. Its story begins in sunlit fields, moves through high-speed machines, and ends sealed in packets ready to unleash heat and flavor. But how do factories take a fresh pepper and turn it into the fine, vibrant powder used across the globe? Well, let's uncover it all here at the Process World. Long before red pepper powder became a kitchen essential, chili peppers were already shaping the way people cooked and ate. Archaeologists have traced their domestication back over 6,000 years to the Americas, where early civilizations in regions like present-day Mexico and Peru cultivated them for flavor, preservation, and even medicinal use. When European explorers arrived in the late 15th century, they carried chili peppers across oceans, setting off one of the fastest crop migrations in history. Within decades, they were thriving in Asia, Africa, and Europe, adapting to new climates and cuisines. In countries like India, Korea, and Hungary, chili became more than an ingredient. It became part of cultural identity, influencing signature dishes and spice traditions. The shift from whole-dried chilies to ground powder came later, making it easier to store, transport, and mix into food. In Middle Eastern cuisine, Aleppo pepper from Syria shines as a classic ingredient, known for its deep red hue, fruity aroma, and gentle warmth that's half as spicy as typical red flakes yet packed with flavor. In the United States, commercial chili powder production took off in the late 1800s, with innovators like William Gebhardt creating blends that made bold flavors accessible year-round. Today, red pepper powder is traded globally, moving from massive farms to factories, and eventually to kitchen shelves in nearly every part of the world. But how is it made? Well, before we get into that, please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. Now moving on. The story of factory-made red pepper powder starts under the sun, in regions known for producing vibrant, flavorful chilies. Countries like India, China, Mexico, and South Korea grow massive volumes each year, each variety with its own heat level, aroma, and color. Farmers time the harvest carefully, waiting until the peppers reach their peak ripeness, when the skin turns a deep uniform red and the pods are firm. Depending on the region and scale, harvesting can be done by hand or with specialized machinery designed to strip the plants efficiently without damaging the fruit. Once collected, the peppers aren't rushed into machines right away. They're first checked in the field and again at collection centers where workers and automated systems sort through the load. Peppers that are discolored, underripe, or damaged are separated out, leaving only the best candidates for processing. In large-scale operations, this stage is critical because the quality of the final powder depends heavily on what goes in at the start. A batch of perfectly ripened peppers means richer color, more consistent flavor, and a longer shelf life once processed. By the time they leave the farms, the selected peppers are ready for the first step inside the factory. The first stop is the cleaning section, where high-capacity washing systems remove every trace of soil, dust, and leftover plant material. In some facilities, this is done with water jets and gentle agitation, while others use air-based cleaning for varieties that are more delicate. Any remaining debris, like tiny stones or stray leaves, is removed through vibrating sieves or specialized separation machines. After cleaning, the peppers move to de-stemming. Here, mechanical systems grip and twist off the stems with remarkable speed. In large operations, these machines can handle several tons an hour, ensuring that each pepper is trimmed consistently. For certain types of red pepper powder, especially those intended for a smoother texture, the seeds are also removed. Seed removal is done using equipment that takes advantage of density differences, separating the lighter seeds from the heavier flesh without damaging the chili walls. This stage also serves as another quality checkpoint. Optical sorters scan the peppers for imperfections in shape or color, ejecting anything that doesn't meet the set standards. By the time this prep work is complete, the peppers are not only clean and stem-free but also uniform in quality, making them ready for the next critical stage. In factories, this is done using controlled drying systems designed for speed, consistency, and food safety. One common method is the mesh belt dryer, where peppers travel on long conveyor belts through chambers of warm, carefully regulated air. The temperature starts low to prevent the skin from hardening too quickly, then gradually increases to draw moisture out evenly from the inside. Some facilities use hot air circulation ovens that keep the airflow constant, ensuring every pepper dries at the same rate. For premium-grade powders, hybrid systems combine mechanical drying with brief periods of natural sunlight exposure under controlled conditions. This can help enhance aroma while still meeting hygiene standards. Throughout the process, workers and automated sensors monitor humidity and temperature levels closely. Too much heat, and the peppers risk losing their bright red color. Too little, and the remaining moisture can shorten shelf life or encourage mold growth. The peppers have now reached a low moisture content, often below 10%, making them stable enough for long storage and ready for grinding. This stage begins with large industrial grinders, often hammer mills or disc mills, built to handle bulk quantities while producing a consistent texture. The dried peppers are fed into these machines, where rotating blades or plates break them down into smaller and smaller fragments until they reach the desired fineness. For certain products, the powder passes through sieves to remove any coarse particles, ensuring a smooth and uniform result. Throughout grinding, dust control systems keep fine particles from escaping into the air, protecting both workers and product quality. Many factories also run the powder through magnetic separators or metal detectors at this stage. These devices catch any stray bits of metal that might have entered the line during earlier processing, an important step for meeting food safety regulations. Color consistency is another priority. Some facilities use optical sorting technology even after grinding to ensure that every batch has the same bright, rich tone. If the powder doesn't meet the set color profile, it can be blended with other batches until it does. By the time the grinding and quality checks are complete, the product is a fine, aromatic powder that's safe, uniform, and ready for the final step. In modern factories, packaging is a highly automated operation. The powder moves through enclosed conveyor systems straight into filling machines, where it's weighed with precision down to the gram. Depending on the market, it can be packed into small retail pouches, larger food service bags, glass jars, or bulk sacks for industrial buyers. Sealing is done quickly to prevent moisture from creeping in. Heat-sealed plastic pouches are common for everyday use, while vacuum sealing or nitrogen flushing is used for premium products. Nitrogen displaces oxygen inside the package, slowing down oxidation and keeping the powder's bright red color intact for longer periods. For export shipments, the powder is often packed into multi-layer bags or foil-lined materials that protect it from light and humidity during long journeys. Labels are applied automatically, displaying important details like the variety of pepper used, the production date, net weight, and recommended storage instructions. Once packaged, the products are boxed, palletized, and moved to climate-controlled storage areas. But that's not it. Once the red pepper powder is packed and stored, the journey isn't over. It's just changing lanes. Distribution networks take over, moving the product from the factory's storage areas to regional warehouses, export hubs, or directly to domestic retailers. For international shipments, containers are loaded onto trucks, trains, or ships, often in temperature-controlled conditions to preserve freshness. By the time it reaches your kitchen, the powder has passed through multiple hands, traveled potentially thousands of kilometers, and survived careful storage protocols to make sure it's just as vibrant and aromatic as the day it left the factory. All you have to do is open the seal, scoop it out, and let it bring its unmistakable kick to your food. So now you know the journey, how a fresh red pepper transforms into that fiery powder sitting in your kitchen. But here's something to think about. If you had the chance to walk into one of these factories and create your own custom pepper powder blend, from mild and smoky to scorching hot, what flavor profile would you design? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.